Where almost half the game with 5 defensemen. What's it say that the guys got it done?
Yeah, it's we'd like to break that string of losing a defenseman early, but they battled and didn't think our forwards helped us too much in the second period. I think we made a lot more work for ourselves and for the D, and Craig was very good when he needed to be to keep a shift in momentum. We were able to prevent a shift in momentum against a team that played very hard, and we know it's very capable.
Early word on Matthias positive, it would seem.
When you see him go down and that have tough time getting up, yes, positive. So we won't know more obviously until tomorrow. But I was holding my breath like everyone else, and you're wondering what type of news you're going to get. So I'm much happier after I heard where he's at.
Speaking of momentum, did you sense a shift after the Victor goal in the third period, the way Vinny's had been disallowed right now?
Yeah, we were under a pretty good barrage in the second, and like I said, Craig and our defensive group of defensemen, I thought played really well. And the third, we needed to get back to a little bit more of our game. We were able to do that early, and Mitzi and Vic teamed up, and that was a really big moment for us.
What has really worked putting Tuck back on that top line? Those guys just seem to pick up where they left off last season.
Yeah, I think timing. I didn't want to put those guys together early and have the lingering of last year and potential frustration. And I should say we talked about that a lot, Kevin and I and the coaching staff, and we wanted to see a mix of different people and personnel, and a lot of times you have situations where guys think it just takes over where it left off last year. So I think it's important that everybody got in better condition. And then once that happened, it made it a lot easier to do that.
You said Rasmus Dahlin will never surprise you. How about goals in 5 straight?
No, I told you he'll never surprise me. He just competes so well, and it's fun that for everybody to see the talent that we were able to see, behind the scenes, and you watch him practice every day and train every day, and now it's coming to the forefront. It's fun to watch.
What have you seen from Casey Middlestad that's really allowed him to make an impact the way that he has?
Determination to make an impact. He's a very competitive guy. Now he has a lot more experience to go with that competitiveness and drive. They go hand in hand, drive and determination. And when you're surrounding him with a little bit more experience now as our players age and gain experience, it helps quite a bit.
You talked about the second period and then coming back in the third. What does it say about this group and where they're at? They were able to regroup like that in the intermission against a team that was pretty desperate and have that type of start.
Yeah, as I mentioned, I felt there were moments we were fortunate. We were lucky. Luck is something you need. Here and there. Fortune, I think, is, when I say fortune, they worked hard. Our guys worked hard. Even moments we didn't work smart, and like I said, we were under a barrage at times. I thought the Canucks came at us pretty good, and Andy held the fort. I think we've got some real good leadership in Gergensons and Okposo and Dahlin that kind of settled things down for us going into the third, and we were able to obviously turn it at that moment.
And you mentioned Anderson. Obviously, your goaltending from both stoppers has been very strong so far this season. What does that do for your team's confidence?
It's everything. Those two guys. Comrie's been excellent on this trip. We all know it, and Andy. They're guys that you want to play harder in front of, and you work harder for them. And then, like I said, they're both very experienced goaltenders. So. They read situations, and again, tonight, Andy did a tremendous job to not allow a momentum swing. Because if that swung, the outcome's probably different. And we were able to stave that off, and I think Andy was a huge part of that.
That decision, Eric's coming off back-to-back 40-plus and on a roll. Just what goes into that thought process?
Yeah, easy decision. We have guys that we believe in through the lineup, and, we're not going to, go too crazy with hot hand and whatever. We know we've got a group in there that wants to compete for each other, and they're all important. I don't think anybody's more important than the next guy, and I think they feel that as well.
one more game on the West Coast here. But Oposa said, as far as he can remember, he's never swept this 3 games in Western Canada.
Oh, geez,
before.
Okie. I don't know why he didn't mention that, but no. Yeah, I don't know what you want me to say on that. I mean, it's one more game, so I know we'll approach it that way. The next game is always our approach. Unfortunately, you can't think too far past it, and you really can't, enjoy this one too long, knowing you got to start preparing for the next one. It's just the way the league is, and that's what we'll do.
Thanks, Tom.
Yeah.